I'm like so nervous. I can get on Facebook Live all day long, and I'm totally fine, but get me in front of real people, and I'm like freaking out. Okay, so that's my family. I have 4 children. I had them in 3.5 years. We were in England. Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah. Okay, well, I have a set of twins. So I had my boys, they were 15 months apart. The military shipped us to England, and about a year later, I found out I was pregnant. And then at 22 weeks, we found out it's twins. So there's my kids. So let's talk about Shsklee, how I even came about with Shsklee. I had the girls, and I was trying to lose the baby weight. All of you women know what I'm talking about. And I was doing it on my own, and I was doing great. And then it just stopped. Everything stopped. I was, oh gosh, postpartum, and I mean, you name it, I had it. And a acquaintance from college reached out to me through Facebook. She was a friend of a friend. And she said, hey, I saw that you've been blogging about your weight loss story. Would you like to try Shsklee's new 180 protein? And I was like, well, I'd done like different proteins in the past, and they were all gross, but I thought, I'm a blogger. Oh yeah, I was a blogger then. And I was like, it's free, we'll give it a go. So then I didn't know anything about Shsklee, so I went to the most trusted resource, Google. And I was like, what is Shsklee? So I'm reading about it, and I thought, that don't seem so bad. I'll give it a try. And if you guys have been around for 4 years or so, they had a Shsklee 180 blogger program. Does anybody remember that? Okay. So I saw this form, and it was like 6 months weight loss program. You can blog about it. I was a blogger, and I thought, okay, side note, I honestly, truly think, God, I'm a believer. I truly believe that God put that 180 program online for me. Because I don't think there's anyone else that has built a business out of those 90 bloggers except for myself. So I am a believer. 180 program was from Michelle Parrott. So I signed up the form. It was the last day too. The last day to sign up. Signed up, totally forgot about it. Katie Odom sent me the protein and then basic age sample. I didn't care about the protein. I was really interested in this little tiny basic age sample. And I was amazed that you could make 2 bottles of cleaner with this tiny little vial. And so that's all I posted about it on Facebook. I'm like, check this out, it's awesome. Well, a couple weeks go by, and then I get this email saying, you've been selected to be a Shsklee 180 blogger. And I was like, oh, that's right, I filled that out. So I end up doing the 180 program for 6 months. And during that time, I was blogging my weight loss journey, and I was sharing through social media. But I was not a distributor. I was just using the products. And during that time, I got really close with Katie Odom and Barb Lagoni. I had a lot of health chats with Barb. And I started seeing my kids were always sick. I had horrendous allergies. And Katie kept talking about this alfalfa. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, come on. So after those 6 months, I lost all but like 5 pounds. I was feeling great. I started using some of the other products, and I was like, maybe this stuff is legit. Like, maybe there's something to this. So I had a decision to make after those 6 months. Do I join, or do I just kind of go on my way? And I thought, well, I don't want to pay for this stuff, so maybe I'll just start selling it. Well, I didn't really go over too well with husband. I had one of those husbands, you know, just not okay with it. But I was like, listen, do you want to pay for it, or do you want me to sell it and get it for free? So he was all about getting it for free. So I joined up, and I was like, well, crap, I'm in England. How am I going to like get all these people? You know, like I'm across an ocean. And so I didn't know a ton of people on the base. So I'm like, I'll just get on Facebook. So I started doing Facebook events. I started making a customer care group, because then people saw that I was a distributor, so they started buying from me. I can't hold in-homes with people in, Ohio. So I would do it all through Facebook. And this was before, network marketing made groups kind of bad. You know what I'm talking about, like people ask you to join their hundreds of groups, you get notifications. This was before then. And I started getting more customers, and I was doing my customer care through my Facebook groups. I started posting on Instagram, which is more, if you're not familiar, it's like Facebook with pictures, and that's it. Well, there's two key people that I met through social media. Well, I knew them before, but social media is what reconnected us. Angie Strumke was a high school friend. Our families go way back. She was chronically sick. Her family was chronically sick. And so I reached out to her on Messenger, and I was like, Angie, why don't you just give this a try? So she just ordered Basic H, and I thought, well, that's not a really great sale, but fine. So she got her Basic H. She messaged me and said, Michelle, I cleaned my whole house, and it's the first time I can remember not having a migraine. I need to know more. So then that spiraled. Her kids were always sick, so she got her kids on a nutrition program. Well, she's one of my directors. Now she's building her own business. And then the next person was on Instagram. This girl starts messaging me about my weight loss story. So we took it off Instagram. We were going through email, and I asked her, I said, well, where do you live? She lived on the base down the street. I was like, oh, I didn't know. So we ended up having a play date, and she was a loyal customer for about a year. And I knew this girl was gold. I knew she was, but she didn't believe in herself. So I just let her keep on. And then, not this past year, but the year before, at conference, she was like, all right, I'm ready to start a business. I said, awesome. She was going to go with the 649. I was like, sweet, you got this. And then at conference, she texted me, I think I'm just going to upgrade. And I was like, oh. Well, she did the upgrade plan, which I told her she would regret. She didn't listen. That's okay. We all learn. 2 weeks into becoming a distributor, she was an associate. So then I was like, no, you really need to upgrade. So she got her gold kit, and in 6 weeks, she became a director. And she's my now second director. Wow. So I tell you this because Facebook and Instagram and social media can be a huge asset to your business. I don't know if you were listening to the masters that were up here, and they were all saying that their organizations are not really where they are. They're spread out. I have a distributor. All of my distributors are in different states. I don't have any that are close together. So social media is a way for us to come together and build our team, but still have an impact. 3 things though I want to tell you. Do not use social media as like a commercial or spamming, because then it just looks bad. And so I always tell people, if you are going to use social media as a tool, make sure that the first thing you do is connect with them, okay? So you need to be able to have that relationship. If you are only reaching out for the sole purpose to make a sale, it will see right through you. You need to make sure, Dr. Shsklee said, we build this business to have relations with people. So make sure that they know that the foundation for you reaching out is not to make a sale, but it's to benefit them as a person. And then the next thing is to make sure that you're making it a community. And that is our big thing in our team. We want to create a community, a safe place for people to come and reach out when they have questions, or if they just need prayer or encouragement or support. And so we actually created our own Facebook group for that purpose. It's not even related to Shsklee, but they know that we live by Shsklee's golden rule. So that's really my
We love you.